of zombies, which I quickly dealt with using my pistol. My silenced pistol. I then noticed a slightly larger group and switched to my shotgun. You may see where this is going. It's fine, everything is fine. At least it was until my shotgun also drew the attention of survivor Alex. I quickly ran for cover behind the self-storage buildings, hoping he'd lose interest in me and rather focus on the zombies chasing him. His rifle outranged anything I had on me, so I needed to plan my attack carefully. Once I saw him reloading, I closed the gap and totally beefed it. I was so focused on catching him off guard that I didn't realize I had run out of ammo. I kept trying to reload, but kept inserting an empty magazine. I still had plenty of ammunition, I just needed to open the stupid boxes. But by that time, Alex was in the wind, and I once again had to deal with the zombies. I was extremely lucky to have already made a sizable dent in the horde, and managed to kill off the rest of the main group. I say extremely lucky because as I was finishing off the stragglers, wouldn't you know it, Alex came back and he shot me in the foot. I limped my way behind some trees for cover while I bandaged my foot. I knew he was coming for me, so I figured the best chance I had would be to try to use the trees to catch him off guard. Goodbye, Alex. Thanks for all the stuff. After that, I started limping over to the gas station, looting zombies along the way. I wasn't able to accomplish what I had planned for the day, but at least I could bring the bulldozer back to the base to get an early start tomorrow. As I was driving back home, I accidentally bumped into this motorcycle. This was not the first time I've run into it, and having already had a frustrating day, I decided I should just use the bulldozer to push it to the side once and for all. What actually happened was the bulldozer just knocked it over, then ran it over, and ended up getting stuck. Because of course it would. It was getting late and I was out of options, so I left the bulldozer and limped my butt back home. I had Cobra stitch me up and I went to bed. Day 211, I woke up nice and early with a plan to get things back on track, and decided today I would invite Cash to come with me. First, we took the bus over and used it to rescue the bulldozer. Once it was free, we swapped vehicles and took the bulldozer up to the houses we had visited earlier to grab some food. After that, it was time to cut a path towards the police station. We made it about halfway up the next block, and I spotted one of my dream cars, a Humvee. As much as I wanted to check it out, we had already started to draw a crowd. Cash and I hopped out of the bulldozer, and at first we were working well together. But as we started to get surrounded, Cash began to panic. I did the best I could to cover him while he got his bearings, but he was too far gone, and ended up running away. The best thing I could do for him now would be to draw the zombies away and hope I could catch up with him later. Once I finished cleaning up, I went out looking for him in the direction I last saw him run, but with the fog and all the trees, finding him seemed impossible. I figured he knew where we were heading, so he might think to rendezvous over there. I began heading up the road, and on my way, bumped into a new survivor named Joanne. She agreed to help me find Cash, so I invited her into the crew as Joanne Gaines, callsign Shiplap. We continued up the road and found more zombies waiting for us. I decided to use my pistol rather than my shotgun, hoping to not attract more, when... Cash! Unfortunately, he was still in shock and immediately ran into the trees. Shiplap and I cleared the zombies on our side of the woods, hoping he would run back our way. It seemed to work, but when he broke from the tree line, we could tell he was wounded. He was bleeding out, but he was too freaked out to do anything about it, and he wouldn't hold still long enough for me to bandage it. I kept calling out to him, and with only a few seconds left, he finally came to his senses. I managed to dress his wound, but this trip was over. Since there were only 2 seats in the bulldozer, I left Shiplap on guard while I took Cash home